Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Mzansi Daily Update, your trusted source for South Africa's political developments and current affairs. Today, we are diving into the latest political storm brewing within the Government of National Unity. The Democratic Alliance is turning up the heat, calling for urgent power-sharing talks with the African National Congress, and accusing the ruling party of sidelining the coalition's core principles. The DA's bold move is not just political theatre, it reflects growing frustration within the ranks of the GNU. According to the DA, the ANC is no longer operating within the spirit of unity that the coalition was meant to foster. Instead, it's allegedly carving out its own path, consolidating power, and sidelining smaller coalition partners in decision-making processes. This is a serious accusation, one that questions the very foundation of the Government of National Unity. The GNU was established after the 2024 general elections with the aim of promoting inclusive governance, shared decision-making, and national cooperation to tackle South Africa's pressing socio-economic issues. But if one of the key players is calling foul, what does this mean for the future of the coalition? The DA argues that the ANC's recent actions, especially in policy direction and governance style, show signs of unilateral decision-making. The DA believes that the ANC is defining itself outside of the GNU, essentially behaving like a majority government rather than a coalition partner. This is particularly concerning given the country's dire economic challenges, persistent unemployment, energy instability, and rising social unrest. John Steenhuisen and other DA leaders are now pushing for urgent talks with the ANC. They want a clearer, more balanced approach to governance, one that reflects genuine power sharing and honors the principles upon which the GNU was founded. For the DA, this is not just about policy, it's about political survival and ensuring that their role in government is more than symbolic. Let's unpack the context behind this rising tension. After the 2024 elections, the ANC found itself in a weakened position, losing its outright majority for the first time in democratic South Africa. This forced the party to form a coalition, that's something unfamiliar and uncomfortable for a party that has ruled unchallenged for decades. Enter the GNU, a political experiment bringing together former rivals like the ANC, DA, and other smaller parties, including the IFP and Action SA. Initially, the GNU was hailed as a new chapter in South African politics. It was seen as a chance to put aside partisanship and focus on national recovery. But as time has passed, fault lines have emerged. While the ANC speaks of unity and cooperation, the DA and other parties claim they are being ignored in policy discussions and sidelined from key governance structures. One of the most significant flashpoints has been around appointments to ministerial positions and senior government posts. There are growing concerns that the ANC is filling these roles with its loyalists, undermining the coalition agreement and ensuring that its internal agenda dominates. The DA has voiced concern that the input is not taken seriously when it comes to key national decisions such as economic policy, energy reform, and security. Let's not forget that this comes at a time when South Africa is facing multiple crises. The economy is teetering, load shedding remains unresolved despite promises of reform, and public trust in leadership continues to dwindle. The stakes are incredibly high, and that's why this call for power-sharing talks is such a crucial moment. But how has the ANC responded? So far, the ANC has downplayed the DA's concerns. The party insists it remains committed to the GNU and that it values cooperation with all coalition members. Spokespersons for the ANC have rejected claims of dominance, stating that the current leadership structure is in line with coalition agreements and that the party continues to work towards national unity. However, political analysts suggest otherwise. Many believe that the ANC is struggling to adapt to coalition politics. After nearly 30 years of ruling alone, sharing power does not come naturally. There is also the argument that the ANC is using the GNU as a smokescreen, presenting a united front to the public while quietly continuing its own agenda behind closed doors. The bigger question is, can the GNU survive this internal conflict? Or are we watching the slow unraveling of South Africa's first major coalition government? If the DA's demands are ignored, we may see more public disputes, legislative gridlocks, and even a potential collapse of the coalition. Smaller parties may begin to withdraw, leading to instability in parliament and possible motions of no confidence. The entire democratic experiment could be at risk. And the timing couldn't be worse. South Africa is under the global spotlight, especially following tense relations with the US over the AGOA trade agreement and ongoing diplomatic challenges with Israel and Russia. Stability at home is crucial if the country is to navigate its place on the world stage effectively. This power struggle also reveals deeper issues about political maturity and democratic accountability. Is South Africa ready for coalition governance? Are our political parties truly committed to cooperation, or are they merely engaging in tactical alliances to secure short-term power? For the DA, this is a defining moment. Their future relevance depends on how they assert themselves within the GNU. If they fail to hold the ANC accountable now, they risk being reduced to background players. But if they push too hard, they might trigger instability and be blamed for any collapse. And for the ANC, this is a test of leadership. Will it listen, adapt, and embrace true coalition governance? Or will it continue down the path of centralization, risking backlash from its partners and the electorate? What happens next will shape the course of South African politics for years to come. And as always, we'll be right here keeping you updated every step of the way. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the GNU can survive these tensions? Should the ANC do more to include its partners, or is the DA overreacting? Until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and see you next time.